Now we will discuss few advantages of digital system over the analog system. Advantages of digital system. The first advantage of a digital system is noise immunity. We have already discussed this point. The second advantage is less use of bandwidth. If we talk about digital system, then it uses less bandwidth. It uses less bandwidth. The third advantage is encryption. This is very important point. We will discuss encryption in great detail when we start code converters. At the transmission end, we encrypt the data and the intended receiver can only decode it by using the proper key. We have different code converters that we will see. You can also develop your own code and you can have a proper key to encrypt the data and also to decode the same data. The fourth advantage is the efficiency in longer transmission. If you talk about digital system, it enables transmission of signals over a long distance. So efficiency is higher for long distance transmission in case of digital system. So these are the advantages. There are a few more advantages that you can learn from any standard book. But if only few levels are allowed, then what about accuracy? So accuracy is poor in this case. We want to increase the accuracy. We want to make the resolution much better. So to make the resolution much better, we need to increase the number of levels. Here we have only two levels, 5 volts and 0 volt. We want to increase the number of levels so that the resolution increases and hence the accuracy. For example, let's take a class, and in this class, let's say we have 60 students and there was a paper. The paper was of 100 marks. This is 0, this is 100, and we have one more level, 50. This is marks obtained by the student. Let's say out of 60, 40 students obtained 0 to 50 and rest 20 students obtained 50 to 100. And I will call 0 to 50 fail and 50 to 100 pass. So this is not a right way to grade the students. 0 to 50 is fail and 50 to 100 is pass. We want more levels. We want more grades to be given. For example, if I can divide 0 to 100 in more levels, A, B, C and so on. So we can divide the students in much better way if we increase the number of levels. In other words, we can say that we have increased the accuracy, right? So we want accuracy, and for that we need to increase the number of levels. 0 volt is represented as 0. This is symbol. 5 volt is represented as 1. So these are the two symbols that we are going to use. This is the number representation for the voltages, for the levels. 0 volt is 0, 5 volt is 1. This is off and this is on. Now I am using off and on because we can implement two levels by using one switch. If I have one switch, this is my switch, and if this is open, then we can consider it off, and when it is off, the voltage passing through this switch is 0. It means 0 volt is there, and when this switch is closed, we will consider it on and 5 volt is passing through this switch. SW is our switch. When SW is open, it is 0 volt. When SW is closed, it is 5 volt. So by using one switch, this is a single switch, we can implement two levels. In the same way, if we want to implement 4 levels, we are going to use two switches. Let me change the color for this. SW1, SW0. We have 4 possible combinations: off, 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 on, off, and finally on, on. So these are the 4 possible combinations, and thus we have 4 levels. This is first possibility, this is second possibility, this one is third possibility, and this one is fourth possibility. So by using two switches, we are going to have 4 levels. We can generalize this. If n is the number of levels and m is number of switch, then n is equal to 2 to the power m. You can remember this. M is number of switch we are going to use, and n is the number of levels. So if I have 3 switches, m equals to 3, this will give me 8. So for 8 levels, we need 3 switches. Very simple. So if I use one switch for 0 to 5 volts, 1, switch for 0 to 5 volts, we have 0 volt as first level and 5 volt as second level. In the same way, if I use two switches for 0 to 5, I will have 0 volt, 1.25 volt, 2.50 volt, 3.75 volt. I will have 4 levels by using two switches, and hence accuracy is increasing. Now we will talk about binary digit. You already know decimal number system. We have 0 to 9 in decimal number system, and we have 0 to 1 in binary number system. And binary digit is called bit. For example, if I have a decimal number 234, this is 3-digit number. In the same way, if I have 101, this is 3-bit number. So binary digit is called as bit. We use bits to represent the quantity, right? This table right here can also be written as 0. This off can be written as 0. On can be written as 1. 1, 0 we have, 1, 1. So with 2-bit numbers, we can have 4 possibilities. With 2-bit number, we can have 4 possibilities. You can see 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. In the same way, if I increase the number of bits, let's say 3, 0, 0, 0, all the way to 1, 1, 1, we will have 8 possibilities. So number of switches is equal to number of bits, and the accuracy is directly proportional to number of switch that we are going to use. So it's very simple. We use bits to represent the quantity. If we want to divide 0 to 5 volts in 1024 levels, we have to use 10 bits. 2 to the power 10 gives us 1024. This is number of switch, and number of switch is equal to number of bits. So we have to use 10 bits to divide 0 to 5 volt in 1024 levels. Now you can feel how much accuracy we are increasing. Initially we were having only 2 levels, 0 and 5 volts, and now we can have 1024 different levels between 0 to 5. By increasing the number of switch, the accuracy is increasing. 8-bit is equal to 1 byte, right? We often use internet to download movies, and generally the size of movie is 800 megabyte for 720 pixels and about 1.6 gigabyte for 1080 pixels. So why there's a difference between the size if you talk about the 720 pixel and 1080 pixel? Because the definition is more in 1080 pixel. And if the definition is more, accuracy is more, and when accuracy is more, number of bit is also more. So 800 megabyte is definitely smaller as compared to 1.6 gigabyte. So the movie with larger size is going to be better in terms of quality, both audio and video. So this is all for this presentation. If you have any doubt regarding any part of this presentation, you can ask in the comment section.